welcome to statistics class. Now today we will discuss about two-dimensional diagram. As I said in the previous class, we completed with the one-dimensional diagram. One-dimensional diagram is the diagram where we consider only one dimension, that is only a length we used to consider. There we studied simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, then subdivided or component bar diagram, then we discussed of percentage bar diagram. Now, what is two-dimensional diagram? Then, two-dimensional diagram is a diagram where the diagram drawn by considering two dimensions. That we call it as two-dimensional diagram. Which are those two dimensions? The two dimensions are height and width. In one dimensional, we can use to consider only height. So, we used to call it as one-dimensional diagram. But here we consider two dimensions, that is height and width. So we call it as two-dimensional diagram. Where in case of bar diagram, we consider even height as well as width of the bar diagram. That means we consider scale along the x-axis and also y-axis. But these two-dimensional diagrams usually we call it as area diagrams. Two-dimensional diagrams we also call it as, one more name is there, that is area diagrams. Two-dimensional diagrams are also called as area diagrams. So there are some of the two-dimensional diagrams, and they are rectangles, squares, circles and pie diagram. So these are the different kinds of two-dimensional diagrams. That is rectangles, squares, circles and pie diagrams. But according to your syllabus, you are going to study only pie diagram. According to your syllabus, you are going to study only pie diagrams. And see here, rectangles, squares and circles, these are two-dimensional diagrams. But we are not going to study about rectangles, squares or circles. Now, here what are the possible questions? One question is, what do you mean by two-dimensional diagram? The diagram which considers two dimensions are called two-dimensional diagrams. That is usually width and length. Then, which are the, mention the different kinds of two-dimensional diagrams. 2 marks question. That is rectangles, squares, circles and pie diagrams. Now, as I said, you are going to study, according to your syllabus, you are going to study only pie diagrams. So, we will take now pie diagrams and we will discuss about pie diagrams. Pie diagrams. What is that pie diagrams? Pie diagrams, now in case of percentage bar diagram or subdivided bar diagram, what we do? We divide the bars. We divide the bars into different segments in order to represent the given component. We divide the bars into different segments in order to represent the given component. But in case of pie diagram, we use circles in order to represent different components. In case of pie diagram, we use circles in order to represent the different components. But in case of percentage or subdivided bar diagram, we use the bars in order to represent different segments. Here we divide the bars into different segments. But in case of pie diagram, we use circles in order to divide into different segments. But in case of pie diagram, there is one formula in order to find out angle of individual component. It is same like what you have done in case of percentage bar diagram. So the formula goes like angle of an individual component is equal to individual value divided by total value into 360 We know that the area of a circle we consider it as 360, so they multiplied with 360. In case of percentage, here we multiply with 100 since it is a percentage per diagram. So pie diagram is nothing but where we divide the circle into different segments in order to represent the given component. In case of bar diagram, we divide the bars into different components. Here we divide the circles into different components. And how to find out angle of our individual component? Individual value divided by total value into 360. Now we will see one problem under pie diagram. How to draw a pie diagram. We have one problem in front of us. Go through the problem once. Now, read the problem there. The following table shows the cost structure of Indian hotel industry in percentage. So, here we need to draw pie diagram. We need to represent the cost structure of Indian hotel industry by using pie diagram. Now, cost component they have given: administrative, employee payment, repairs, food, power and selling expenses, and total expenses in percentage they have given. So here also, firstly we need to prepare the table, then we prepare the pie diagram. Now here we go to the solution here. Here we need to write solution. Table there, cost component. Then comes total expenses. Then comes angles. Here we need to find out angles. Now we need to prepare 3 columns here. We need to prepare here 3 columns. The first one, administrative. The next, employee payment. Then comes repairs. Food, then power, selling, expenses. Now it's in percentage. Write the percentages. 30, here it is 20, then 14, 12, 16 and 8 here. Now we need to write total here. when we after finding out angle we need to get 360. Here you totally we get here we get this total as 100. It is not necessary that you need to get 100. Any values you can get total here. Now we need to find, after preparing table, we need to find angle of an individual component. Angle of an individual component. Their formula goes like individual value divided by total value into 360. Individual value divided by total value into 360. In case of percentage bar diagram, individual value divided by total value into 100. Now find out the angle of individual component. What is that first value? That is, first one it is 30 by total value 100 into 360. What do you get there? There we get as 108. The first angle we get as 108 degrees. That is 108 degrees. The next one, second one. Sorry, we did not write your name. Administrative. Here any one or two calculations show there. Now here employee payment, that is 20 by 100 into 360. 20 by 100 into 360. There we get 72. Here we will write angle as 72. Then third one, repairs. There 14 by total 100 into 360. 14 by 100 into 360. There we get 50.4. 50.4. Approximate, we can take it as 50. The next one, food. They come 12 by 100 into 360. 12 by 100 into 360. Then we get 43.2. 43.2. So approximately we will take it as 43. Then next one, that is food over power and selling expenses. Now here, power is equal to, what is the value? 60 by 100 into 360. What do we get here? 16 by 100 into 360. Then we get 43 over, that is 57.6. 57.6. Here it is 6 after decimal. So we can approximately we can take it as 58. And the last one, selling expenses. Selling expenses, that is 8 by 100 into 360. What do we get there? We get there 28.8. So see there, after decimal, here value is 8. So we can, when we take it approximately, we can make it 29. Now total, you need to get here 360. If you do not get here 360, then it means something went wrong. Sometimes you may get you may get 359. If you get 359, any of the one value you have to increase. So this is about the table and the calculations. Now, if pi diagram it comes for 5 marks only, you have to draw this table. Then after that you have to write the formula. Then any 2 calculations you show. Then this calculation you calculate directly from the calculator and just present it here. Now we'll draw the pi diagram on this side and erase the problem. Now write the heading. What this particular problem is about what? It's about the cost structure of a hotel industry. Now we'll write diagram showing, pi diagram showing. I just write diagram showing cost structure of a hotel industry. Cost structure of a hotel industry. This is the diagram. Now draw circle. Use your compass there. Use your compass. Now be bit careful there. Place it properly. Yes. That point you have to note. Otherwise your angles may go wrong. Your angles may go wrong. Now, see there, this is a circle. I hope it is clear. This is a circle. I'll make it a bit bright. Now, we need to represent the angle by using protractor. See, this line you have to draw, here also you can draw, or you can start with here, or you can start like this. Anywhere you can start, it is not necessary you have to go like this only. You can start it from any of the place, but this circle should represent this angle. It should have administrative as 108 degree and employee payment as 72 degree, then repairs as 50, food as 43, then power as 58 and selling expenses as 29. That angle should be there, and you can start from any of the, you can start like this also. Like this also you can start from like this, or you can start from like this, or from here also you can start. But I feel this is a comfortable way, so I am starting from here now. Draw straight line. Then now what is that first one? First one, it is administrative 108 degree. See, take your protractor and keep your protractor this center here. This center here. Then start from here 108 degree. Start from here. You have to start from your right hand side. Here it is 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40, then here comes 100. Here comes 100, 108, 105 here, 108 means 5, 6, 7, 8. It comes here. Your first angle comes there. So that is 108 degree, which Which one? Administrative. 108. Here angle is 108. That is the first one. Then next one, that is employee payment 72. Where you have to keep? Here you have to keep. Where you have stopped. Here you have to keep from here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 72. 72 means it comes almost here. That is 72. Next one, I am telling you have to move from your right hand side. You have to move from your right hand side. This is 72. 72. Once again. Wait, I just check it. From here. It comes here. Yes. 72. 72. That is second one. 72. Next third one, repairs 50. Repairs comes in 50. See here. Move from right hand side 50. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 comes here. Almost here. That is third one, repairs. Third one, repairs. It comes 50 there. 50. Then next one, that is foot 43. Foot 43. We'll keep it like this. Then go from your right hand side. See, this is left hand side. This is right hand side. Start from your right hand side. Here 0, 10, 20. What is the value? Value is 43. 40 and 1, 2, 3. That is 43. Here comes next one. 43. 43. Then there 58. Next one. What is that 58? Power. And keep it here. See this arrow mark straight to this 53. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 53. Here comes 53. It is 53. And last one, it should be 29. There should remain a 29 angle should remain there. No need to check. It should be 29. Slight variation will come there, here and there. A small variation. Here it is up to 29. The last one it is 29. This is of pie diagram. This is of pie diagram. Now we have to share the pie diagram in order to represent different components. Now share this pie diagram. Now to represent different components, you have to shade it now. Now here it is the straight line. Now write the index there, represents the index. Represents the index. First one, then second one, third one, and fourth one. Then next one and last one. Now, what is that first one? Which one we have taken? The first angle, 108 degree. Administrative. So this is administrative. Now, next angle, 72. That is employee payment. Second one, employee payment. Then next 50, that is repairs. Next one it is food. Then which one is this? That is 58. Sorry, we represented here 53. Sorry, it is 58. That's what it is. Okay. 58. That is power. And selling expenses as last one, 29. It is not 53, it is 58. That's what here slightly we got slight changes. So it is proper now, 58 and 29. So this is about pie diagram. It is nothing but, as I said, here we represent circles. While you have to be a bit careful while locating the angles. As I said, wherever if you keep, now if you keep like this also, you have to move from your right hand side. So this is left hand side. Right hand side you have to move 0, 10, 20 like that. If you keep like this also, you have to move from your right hand side. Which is your right hand side? This is right hand side, this is left hand side. You have to move from your right hand side always. So that one thing you have to remember, when you keep the angle, you have to move from your right hand side. Now we have crossed it like this. This is our right hand side, this is left. We have to move like this. When we keep it like this, left, this is right. We have to move like this. This is right. You have to move like this. And when we keep like this is right. So you have to come from your right hand side. If you go through left hand side, everything will go wrong. If you go to left hand side, you have to go through. You will get everything wrong. 0. Which one is below? Here above some values are there. Below some values are there. The below one we need to go see from 0. Once you observe the protractor, it will be clear. And you must have protractor in order to draw pie diagram. Even in the exam, protractor as well as your compass. Compass you should have. Now this is about pie diagram. So what we have seen today? We have seen what is two-dimensional diagram. What is two-dimensional diagram? The diagram which is drawn by using two dimensions, that is usually width and height. And two-dimensional diagram we also call it as area diagram. And there are some two-dimensional diagram, that is rectangles, squares, circles and pie diagram. But according to our syllabus, we are going to study only pie diagram. What is that pie diagram? Pie diagram where a circle is divided into different segments, or circle is subdivided into different segments in order to represent the given component. So pie diagram is the diagram where circle is divided into different segments in order to represent the given component. Is it clear? It is the diagram where circle is divided into different segments in order to represent the given component. And here you need to prepare table. There is only one additional column, that is angle. How to find out angle? Individual value, what they have given in the problem. And total value. We need to make the total of this given component. Total into 360. In case of pie diagram, into 360. And approximate value we need to write. And here we need to get the total of 360. The area of this particular circle is 360 degree. Then we have to represent in a pie diagram, and we have to shade that pie diagram in order to represent different angles or different components. Then we need to provide the index. So we completed pie diagram. One problem we completed. One more problem we'll do, or one or two more problem we'll do in the next session. Thank you. With this, I'll wind up with today's class. Thank you.